So here we are, finally career mode is back. We are only on the 4th Grand Prix, but I will now try to consistently upload the rest of my career mode before the next game gets released. Anyway, here you can see on my setup. We are in China, now we are on Q3 at the moment. So we'll jump straight into Q3 as usually Q1 and Q2 are quite easy to pass. And here's the lap now through turns 1 and 2 on this very hard section, traction section. The AI is pretty OP at this sector. As we said, 25.6 for the first sector, and as you can see on the minimap, our teammate Fernando Alonso is just in front of us, and our left tires are pretty cold at the moment. Anyway, we try to make the maximum on this lap because it's the last lap we got. Heading now to the end of the sector, we still set purple, but there isn't any time made, so it's pretty logical, and we got a little bit of oversteer heading now to this long straight, another sector that the AI are pretty OP because of the traction control they have. And as we run minimum aerodynamics, we have a top speed of around 350 kilometers per hour, but with sacrifices on the corner speed. And as we now head on to the end of the lap, now with the DRS, and we send a 1:38.7, and this is enough for us to get us in 6th position, as our teammate Fernando Alonso is in 5th. And as you can see, our pit crew is not happy, but now heading on to the race start right afterwards, and the red lights are off, and here we go. Traction is very poor. We got a rain session, and as we now gear up, heading now to turn 1, we try to pass Vettel and then make the switch back to Alonso and Rosberg, and they are going so slow now. Ricciardo, and there is only Hamilton ahead of us. He got better exit, but we are on the slipstream right now, and we try to pass him on the brakes very soon. And let's see, yeah, the dive bomb, and yeah, it's moved on, so we middled in around 3 turns time. We are now leading the race, so this is pretty good. But now heading on to the end of the 3rd lap, you can see now Rosberg is right behind us, as we said the purple lap, but I think Rosberg set another fastest, but no, we ran wide actually. And now Rosberg got from this side, we have better traction, and now we maintain this side, but we have understeer over there, and now Rosberg, and we now touched, so Rosberg is now in front of us, as we also touched Ricciardo, if I saw correctly, and we try to dive bomb from him a long way around, and let's see, it's moved on. So pretty nice move that was. You can see pretty clean move. Rosberg gives us the room that we took the advantage over there. So we are now leading the race once again. It's our teammate Fernando Alonso in 5th position. Now heading on to the last sector of lap 5, you can see on these very tricky turns, and we have terrible traction, and Hamilton will try to take an advantage over there as we run wide. And now Rosberg is right behind us. We are now on the slipstream running in reach mode, and it's now almost 3 wide. Hamilton is in the middle, and Rosberg tries to take the advantage, but we took the maximum over there, and we now the leading the race once again, so pretty nice stuff. Many action on these first laps, and now heading on the lap 10, and you can see actually Fernando Alonso is in second now, as we have very poor traction once again on this turn before the long straight. We ran wide once again, so Fernando Alonso got the lead, and now Vettel tries to take an advantage again. I hate this sector so much because, let's face it, the minimal aerodynamics I ran is pretty painful for me because of the wet session. So we now lost the lead to the teammate, and as you can see now lap 14 we're now heading on for our first pit stop, and I think it might be the last one as we ran a little bit wide. But as you can see, Fernando Alonso is nowhere near us. He's flying at the moment. I think the gap is around 10 seconds as we now head on for a new set of wet tires. And now we get hauled up for about a second, and thankfully we return wherever we were before the pit stop. And now the Williams are in front of me, Bottas and Massa. They haven't made their pit stop yet. Or did they? I don't remember. I think they might have made the undercut. I don't remember. But anyway, now heading on to the end of the next lap, and as you can see, the rest of the cars are now on the pits. And now we rejoined in 4th position, so Fernando Alonso is leading the race, and I think the two Williamses are in front of me. So we'll try to pass them as soon as possible. Now heading on to turn 1 of lap 17, and we try the switch back from the side on turn 1 to Bottas, and we made the move stick, so pretty nice stuff. And now Felipe Massa is right in front of us, and then the same lap on the long straight. Felipe Massa broke so early, we made the move from the inside. I don't know what's happening there. Maybe he has very warm tires, I don't know, because he broke earlier than his teammate did. So maybe he has some sort of brake issues or something. But now on lap 20 you can see Sebastian Vettel is right behind us, and once again on this corner we got off so terrible traction, and Sebastian Vettel flies past us. The Williams have pitted, but we now run on rich mode, and we will try to pass him with the help of slipstream at our great top speed. So we are in 2nd position again, and nothing else happened till the end of the race. And actually on the very end we ran out of fuel, and as you can see on the final straight, Rosberg tried to pass us, but we just maintained the track position to end the race in 2nd position. So Fernando Alonso won this race by 40 seconds, and this is just incredible. He was so faster than us. He set the best lap of 1:15, whilst mine was 1:53. Anyway, he deserved the win. He started in 5th position, and we had no chance of defending vs him. He was so much faster, but we still lead the Drivers' Championship by 14 points over Lewis Hamilton, and on the Constructions Championship we lead by 5 points from the Mercedes guys. So that's the video. Career mode is back. Episode number 4 is over, and I hope I got to release the next episode very soon. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you guys on my next video.